super loud because the baby's sleeping literally right above my head. Well, this is just the best place to do filming right now. So we're going to try to crack through this. I'm actually going to, when people hop in anyways, I'm going to try and start with some of the things I think would people are going to want to see the most. And then we'll just keep unboxing until she either starts complaining or we get done, one or the other. She's been sleeping for a little bit for a nap. So hopefully. Anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. I'm going to try to find my box cutter real quick. Got that. So we got some snippy ties. Guess I can start moving things around in the box, make this a little more streamlined until we get some people chatting up. Hey, Oma. Hey, Poland. So I got a big package from Big Bad Toy Store today. Not a sponsor, but some of the stuff I had pre-ordered around there anyways because it was one of the only places to get Mr. Crimson Typhoon here. And then they were the easiest ones to get, like a few of the other pre-orders I had going. So usually a lot of my anime stuff I get through them. Unless I import them. Yep, Street Sharks are back. Street Sharks are back. Super excited about that because they were like some of my favorite toys as a kid. I love Street Sharks. So them, because I would love to have gotten the old ones, but they're way too expensive nowadays. And I've only ever, like I had a couple of them growing up with the puppets, and I wish I could find the stupid puppets. So them doing like updated versions and just being more posable so that if I want to get the old ones, I can still get the old ones and I don't feel like these replace them, which I think is cool. I have no idea what that is, but I'm excited that you got it. Gob Revolver? Yeah, I know about the Titan stuff. You have to order them, and for the most part, for the Playmate stuff, it's like if I see it, I'll grab it. I'm not going to really go out of my way to grab it. To be honest, I just don't got enough money to. So if I see them, I'll grab them. But if I'm ordering stuff, it's generally stuff that I personally want. Outside of like certain specific things I would maybe get for like reviews for the channel. And even then, I think just the older I get and the more this channel progresses, if there's something I don't want to buy, there's probably a reason. Like these Monster Arts Shimo, I haven't even pre-ordered that thing yet. Like I just don't think I care enough. Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. Downcharge is sweet. Yeah, and to be honest, it's just larger playmates. Like I said, I'm not personally for me, I'm not that excited. Although funny enough, I actually kept all the large ones, and I prototypes of one of the large ones. But just like I said, for me, like just randomly buying stuff, I have to have like a reason I will kind of want to get it. And then if it's good or bad, you guys will know with the review. And there's some stuff is just like, I just don't think it's worth it. So I don't grab it. Some stuff in here we'll hopefully be able to go over. But I picked up the movie Carnage because I really liked the movie Venom. And was excited that they made him. Kind of wish I would have came with a Woody Harrelson head. Would have been cool. But still dope. Pretty excited for this because I wanted to get like a solid Carnage. And again, I like the movie version, so that'll work. Then we got a bunch of anime stuff. Some stuff's in here is actually for Arnez, although I did get some too because Arnez likes Overlord and I like Overlord. So there's a Shell Tier, which I gotta set those aside. These I know I won't open up on stream because Arnez doesn't open these. Like he's been kind of opening them now. But here's another Shell Tier. Yeah, like Playmates wise, that's the really set that I've been really like super excited about, or was excited about, was the Suko and Doug. Just because kind of figure we might not see any other version of those. God, I forgot how much her chest just pushes out on this thing. Definitely know why her does wanted it. I can't complain. I got one too. Because when I saw the pictures, I was like, "This, I like pop-up parades." So, and it's a fairly, I guess, relatively inexpensive way to be into Overlord, but not have to go like super overblown with all the other figures. One fun one I did grab was since I got the Makima, I got the power version of the Furyu Baikyuties, bunnies, I think is what they're called. Yeah, for the most part, he if there's something he wants, he generally just has me order them. Like he used to have an AmiYami account, but it got canceled because he didn't pay for something. So now, if he wants something imported, he usually bugs me about it and then just pays me whenever it comes in. It's usually how that works. To be honest, I don't think I really want Super 7 Duo Ultraman. Gamera would be kind of cool. But only if they did Treadmaster Gamera. Well, to be fair, we've been doing this for a while. God, we've been doing this 10 years now, on and off between random channels. Anyways, you guys are here for unboxing, so I'm going to start cracking things open. I want to see how good this Cherno Alpha, or Crimson Typhoon is. Keep on saying Cherno, I don't know why. This is the thing I've been like most excited about to see how good it is, because I have Gypsy pre-ordered on Big Bad. If this one's good, I'm probably going to go and just pay up front at another site to get the cheaper and sooner. I just pre-ordered the Gypsy on there because there was no way to buy. You don't have to pay in advance. So if this thing sucked, I can cancel it. If this thing's great, I'll probably end up buying it from somebody else. I hope it's cool. I seen it, like I looked it up on eBay, and this thing's already kind of going up in price a bit. Which is odd because I didn't think. As soon as I open this box, you just get the full toy lovely plastic smell. Also, this thing is packaged all like you open it up and you still have to open more tabs. I thought this would slide out, but I'm afraid I'm gonna rip it. So I'm just gonna uncork the top here. Okay. I got these same package of batteries hanging out in my basement. Ooh, you get both. Okay, so it comes with batteries. Comes with a little envelope with the instructions in it. So there's batteries going at eyeballs. I have no idea what that picture means. I wonder how hard it is to get the batteries in. That's a lie. I've had my wife in the streams before, and it tends to go down a little bit. And honestly, we don't really got like Arnez's wife, maybe, but she's really shy, so we probably won't be able to get her videos. Oh. Look at that, though. Oh, he looks fancy. One reason I was excited for this, because the only other real Crimson Typhoon figure that I'm fully aware of is just the NECA. And while the NECA is a cool figure, it suffers from it being top heavy, so the legs like cave in on themselves. And I can already tell that this thing has... Yeah, right? Arnez is the channel wife. Like I said, most people think we're a couple anyway, so it is what it is. Huh. So this is all ratchets. Outside of like the hands. Like that's a ball joint. that's normal hinge. But then you get here, and it's all ratchet joints, which I appreciate because that means this thing isn't going to tank over time. Ooh, I would like to show you that comparison, but I don't have a Godzilla like anywhere in the vicinity. Shimo's right there. But I don't have a Playmate. I have a Monster Arts, which would probably be close if that'll help. Hold on. So here's Shimo. Next to the 54 Monster Arts. Well, she's about the same size as the Playmates. If that helps you with scale. I give ball joints to do thing. Oh, you're at G-Fest? Yeah, this is going on this weekend, isn't it? I wanted to go, but I was supposed to be having surgery, or I went to talk to the surgeon yesterday and found out that they don't really want to do the surgery, so guess I could have went, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm still excited to see how good the Mugiura and Space Godzilla are going to be. Okay, I can already say I really like this thing. The thing that's kind of weird is like this isn't connected to anything, so it's just kind of here. So when you're moving around, it just shifts with the body. Oh. All right, 5K Toys. I think you're getting my money. I know Gypsy's on there. Oh, this is pretty cool. I haven't even put the lights in yet. Like, this thing is gorgeous. Like, there's all the panels on them and everything. Like, this thing looks gnarly. Nice metallic paint job. He doesn't have any detail on the feet, so that might be considered a little bit of a negative. 2000, he's assembled. Now I gotta just start actually, like, cleaning up everything to make it look like a toy instead of just being a hodgepodge cut mess. Oh, that's cool, Shima. Yeah, Scar King's like a super fun one to mess around with. So what else do we got in this box? So he comes with little thrusters. I'm not going to put everything on. Ooh, and there's this chainsaw hands. Like so. Oh no. I thought I remember them saying they spin. No, sadly, Goji. Thanks for the $2. But we don't have any of the SH Monster Arts ones anymore. I ended up getting into the highest stuff. I really didn't feel like I needed legendary Monster Arts and high legendary, so I just picked one and honestly kind of like the highest better, so I'm going with that. That is so cool. Okay, now I'm committed. We gotta... How hard is that to swap? I see the peg. I was like, I probably should be smart about this and heat it up first, but we ain't gonna be smart about it. These things are kind of flexible, so that's cool. Problem is, I hear things. There we go. All right, that one's on. Then we got the big boy. Doesn't spin as well. Still pretty sweet. Oh, so the plate's also shifted. The way the arm's set up. That's pretty cool. So that looks like I just pulled this part off. Maybe. Yeah, he was like 97, I want to say. You know, these instructions don't really tell me too well how that goes. Like, I see it right here. I'm trying not to apply too much pressure. I might have to just take some heat to that. This is also really squishy. Yeah, I was looking at it. This should just kind of pry apart, but I don't have a hair dryer or anything around here. Oh, there we go. And repeat process. There he is with all his buzzsaws. And just get him in the right position, anyways. That's pretty sweet. I like that this isn't connected. Like, it should be connected, but it's not actually connected. So you can play around with it more, but it's kind of there. It's also really soft, so I'm not really too worried about breaking it. This thing is phenomenal. Oh, and it's okay. So you pop that up. So how do you slide? Because there's the lights for the eyes. I do have transformers. We actually have. I got a few. Oop. That falls out pretty easy. Grab the batteries. We're going to spend all this time just playing with the Crimson Typhoon. I'm probably going to be okay with that. Just look at these cheap plastic packaged batteries. Yes, we have more than ample Godzilla figurines, just not in my office. The only real Godzilla thing that hangs out in my office is I got a prototype hanging out down here. Shin almost always hangs out down here. Same with the Zilla that we use for the skits. And the Ava Godzillas, for the most part, they all hide up in the upstairs. So it looks like it's 2 batteries for the eyes. It's just figuring out which way the power goes. So up toward the lights. So on a high note, they give you extra batteries. That's pretty cool. These are also a pain in the butt to get in because there's so much extra gappage here. Yeah, I was gonna say Masterpiece Transformers. I have a few. Not a crazy amount. Like, I pretty much have, like, the core cast and a couple of the villains. So the light was turning on. Now I put the battery in, the light is not on anymore. My question. So is it just always on, or do I might have this upside down. Picture said I have it right, but the light isn't on. And the other thing is I don't see any way of turning it off. Battle Rashimo I found at Targets. It says these are supposed to be vertical. And it just goes back in. But the light doesn't stay on. Just knocking everything down now. Maybe I got these in wrong. Just kind of weird, like the light turned on when I had like sort of one in, and then once I took it out, it's just like no. God, I'm just losing everything today. There's too much packaging paper on the floor. I don't know where it fell. You know, it gave us extras. I'm just going to use an extra one. We'll find that battery eventually. Yeah, it should be showing up, because I even think Target's website you can get it off of too. If I'm not mistaken. So that's not turning on either. And now I'm confused. Starting to think I might have did something to this light. I did just put the battery, didn't do anything. I think I'll have to mess around with it more, but that see, either the battery, one of these batteries has some markings on it, so maybe it's just that battery kind of sucks. Like I said, the batteries that they sent, I'm not too optimistic about, but oh, there we go. We got some life. So why is it when one battery's in, it's fine, but two... For some odd reason, I was just trying to set this in and the light kicked on. I don't understand. Like, see? I don't know if you guys saw it flicker a little. See? There we go. It's on, but then... Oh, okay, it's just on. Okay, so this light is super temperamental. But we got it. Hopefully it doesn't shut off while I'm trying to shove it back into its face. Which, speaking of, where did I put the face? Oh, there it is. All right. There we go. Hey, Godzilla Con News. So, on a funny note, you can't turn it off. So the light is on. forever and ever. The other switch made it seem like it's back here. Which it is. So underneath the thrusters back here is the other spot. So I'm positive, at least they give you a bunch of extra batteries, so that's kind of cool. And then one of these should be good enough. I say that as it does absolutely nothing. Is it the other way? This is why you shouldn't do unboxing videos on top of it without a cable in front of you. Am I missing something? It's neither of that worked. It also doesn't tell me the position it's supposed to be. So that's cool. Ooh, you got the Mecha through Caucus? Sweet. I thought is maybe there's this little metal piece here and it's not bent down far enough, so it's not giving it enough contact. Well, I'm going to pop this back on just to maybe hope that it was going to do something. But so the lights don't like the work in it, which is a bit of a bummer. But detail-wise, really sweet. So just the lights, the light up feature is kind of whatever, which is sucky. Because this should be lighting it back here for the thrusters. And I've tried both batteries. I literally have the battery hanging halfway out. Now it wants to turn on. Oh, all right, God. The struggles. The struggle is real. Okay. Well, I guess we're this far. Let's put the thrusters in. See how that goes. Well, at least once you get him in, it is pretty bright for one battery. Though, when it's lit up, it does show a little bit of paint imperfections where the thruster is. That's pretty cool, though. That'd be kind of nice if there's maybe some more lights for the chest region, but I'm kind of digging it. Like I said, it's a pretty freaking sweet figure. Also, it'd go really nice with the. I got curious to see how well it's going to be next to the Shigoken, because this guy is literally just like NECA size for the most part. Shigoken Gypsy is still going to be like a little taller, so probably won't scale well with it. But this should work really well with like Otachi and stuff for photos, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. Whew. Editing long videos sucks, so I have sympathy for it. Okay. Now we have the Street Sharks. I wasn't 100% if I was going to open these guys or not. Because I kind of wanted to get them just to leave them in the package. I think I'm going to open them. Oh god, they're multiple tapes. I grabbed the wrong box cutter for this. Grabbed it so bad. Right, who do we got here? Ripster. Oh, I was gonna say, how's the cage hooked? Okay, so there's little ties on the back, and you have to use that to get it off. Oh, that's sweet, Andrew. I'd like to go to Japan. That'd be a fun trip. Yeah, there's so many places something could have hid. I had little snippies. Up to there. Crimson Typhoon's instruction sheets hiding them. Notification. Yeah, my phone likes to just go off randomly. So we snip these because, like I said, I'm going to try to. It's more likely. I don't know if I'm going to keep them out of the package, but I definitely am going to save the boxes. So there we go. Back plate's off. So now we got him. This fancy shark cage. Which, from what I hear, these are like the more cages you have, the more you can hook them together, which is pretty cool. I also like that the hook coincides with the cardboard on the packaging, so it gives it added support, so it hopefully won't damage that thing, which is pretty sweet. He's so squishy. High toy opinions, they're great. Especially at like the price point, it's really hard to kind of beat, at least nowadays. Because for $60, you get pretty much like not quite as good a detailing as you would out of a Monster Arts, and same with, you don't get as much posability, but for the price, you also get better detailed and better posable figures than what NECA was giving us originally. And compared to Super 7, they're just, Super 7's like its own little universe. All right. So we got Ripster out. Got hinges for the shoulders. Got elbow bend. Hands can go shimmy forward and back. He's got knee joints. The leg is super stiff right here. Okay, I was going to say, that looks like it should be a ball joint, but that does not want to move. Like, that one's really stiff. Get a little bit of posability at the shoes. That's his gimmick, isn't it? You can go, rotate punch, right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, because I'm like, God, he's like stuck. I'm like, oh, that looks like it's meant to do that. So you can, just like the original toy, you can spin them and have them clock into things. And then if you pull the fin back, then his jaw opens like the original ones did. He's pretty sweet. I'm kind of digging this too. Oh, I'm trying to remember how much I paid for these things. I think they were like $25 a piece, I want to say. Which is pretty cool. Might be a little high. But compared to like figures nowadays, like this is honestly got more going on than like you say like a Turtles figure right now that you get like about the same amount of posability, but this has like gimmicks, different materials, which is pretty sweet. They were announced like a few months ago, and then they went up for pre-order. They should be hitting stores now. I've just seen some stores around here get them in. You can order them like Entertainment Earth, link in description. They have Series 1. And then Series 2 is the other two Sharks. And I think Piranha Head? Piranha Head's a part of the second wave? I hope they do some of the random characters because I need a slam move. He was probably my favorite growing up. Where he had the weird like textured ton for the gimmick. Yeah, thank God they aren't 40. If they were 40, I probably wouldn't have grabbed them, to be honest. But these are still like sort of meant for kids, but as collectors, they work really well too. Like a jab. Snip the little thingies back out. Yeah, honestly, if you like anime, I don't think there's really any better place you can go than Japan, to be honest. It's one of those, like, I would like to go at some point in my life, but not sure, to be honest. It'd be nice to get invited to something, and then we just get flown over there for free. That'd be sweet. Toho? Same. You need Arnez and I to go to a premiere at some point, you know. I'm not going to go over the shark cage because we already... Whew! Oh, that's pretty sweet. He even shows, like, he's got, like, the bones. Like, his spine just jettisons out with part of the face. So the only thing is, like, I would say is, like, a little sad about that is because this arm's the gimmick. You lose the posability there, but you can still, like, bend the elbow. You can rotate it. Yeah, on the other hand, on, like, Ripster, you can rotate. It's also got an open hand, so you can smack somebody. And the same thing. Oh, the lower jaw just moves. I guess that makes sense because you got this whole thing going on. Yeah, which is totally fine. Like I said, I call it pretty much everything I get is like all like childhood nostalgia, anime outside of the anime stuff. So it's like Turtles like growing up, Power Rangers is growing up, Anime Technicolor is growing up, Aliens was all growing up stuff. And then like I buy like old toys. Like old toys I mainly buy is like little stuff I had when I was a kid. Or stuff that I wanted as a kid in the same lines. So like I have like the Kenner Aliens, got Lost in Space, older turtle figures, certain Star Wars stuff. Like all stuff I had like growing up. I think if I went to Japan, I'd probably just be like typical American tourist and just handing out like Akihara. Trying to get some sweet deals and stuff. I'd probably just be, honestly, I'd probably just be buying like Famicom games that you can't get over here. That aren't that expensive over, or as expensive over there. See how slashes. Yeah, I did not want to clip for some odd reason. Alright, that back piece is off. I know, this girl's stuck. Oh, there we go. Yeah, like Street Tokusatsu. It's pretty much just Ultraman. Like I get like the only real Kamen Rider I get ties into stuff from me growing up. So like I have like RX and Black, mainly because of like Mask Rider, and I have seen those. There's a little drill. There's a specific way. Okay, it's got a hexagon pattern. Pops in. And he's got the little. Pretty sweet. Love the colors. Like that pearlescent on them. Look at his hands too. So freaking huge. It's just so weird because like everything's got a little bit of give, but his body's hard as a rock. Oh, so you're ranking like everything. That'd be tough because there's like even just like comics and stuff. There's so much Godzilla stuff. Now, if you're talking about MonsterVerse, I guess it wouldn't be too bad. If you're doing like Godzilla in general, just like I'd be insane. It would be cool to see something come back for this. Like some kind of like Netflix or some streaming show. It would be really cool to see something kind of updated. Preferably not CG, but they could probably do CG well too. It'd probably be CG, but an actual animated Street Sharks would be sweet. Another one I would love to see is SWAT Cats. That's one of those ones like I never had any of the figures growing up as a kid. I would still really like to get SWAT Cat figures. Oh, let's check you out, and then we'll probably call it good for the stream. You'll be holy crap! I forgot how much it comes with. All these gnarly tentacles. And he's got the long, creepy ton. Oh, his eyes are pearl. That's cool. Yep, somebody's up. I hear her now. Looks pretty sweet. Definitely needs to be played around with a little bit. I think the only, I would say, one negative about this thing is he is super pokey. Like there's just things protruding from him everywhere. And you got the straight up peg holes. I always kind of wish whenever they make figures like these, like if you ever just wanted to pose him without anything, they would give you something to kind of just slot back there just to cover him up. I always thought would be really cool. Yeah, because like you guys know, I don't really buy too much like straight superhero stuff. But I always like Carnage and Venom. Like the only Spider-Man comic I own is the first McFarlane where Venom's introduced. I was always into like the games and stuff. Like the Carnage game for like the Super and Sega Genesis was my jam. Then you get these two tentacles, like the hook and whatever that spiky protrusion is. Then you get the flailing one, another giant spiky bit, and then what kind of looks like something from Elden Ring. I feel like because I have these holes, it's almost like mandatory just to have all this hooked up to them. Yeah. Like so. Then just... It's all bendy wires. Looks like you're not wrong. Yeah, Mexican Carnage. That was it. I know it was something Carnage. Yeah, because Arnett's actually still owns the game. Pretty sweet. Actually, kind of. We're just gonna set it up now because I don't think I'm going to probably be. I don't know if I'll review this guy. Like, if enough people wanted it. So I think I'm just gonna put every single accessory on him. That's probably how I would pose him, anyways. Yeah, I was. Oh, when we went down the Universal Studios at the Marvel shop, you can get the Hot Toys, and they had both the Venom and the Carnage on display. And I was like, "Am I going to spend $1,000 bring them both home?" It was tempting because I wanted to bring, like, get something for the trip. And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know if $1,000 is where I wanted to be on a souvenir." But I was like. It was definitely contemplating. I'm like, can't I just toss this on the credit card? You think Jessica will notice? Pretty cool. I dig it. The only thing I would say is a bit of a negative is the giant seam line where the mouth is. Where the connecting piece attaches. It's pretty cool. I dig the size. Like he's a big boy. Like him next to Crimson. He's definitely a little bit taller. Not as much going on as Crimson, but still pretty cool. Actually, what I was saying here, I know some people were talking about an anime, so I'm going to open the one anime figure. And then we'll call it good, and then I'll have to go hang out with babies for a bit. And then hopefully work on painting some stuff today. Because yesterday I was at the doctor's, and I was kind of bummed about the doctor's, so I didn't really do much that yesterday outside of setting up Dope Pope's figure. And then the day before, I had a little bit of time, so I was working on the posability on Dope Pope's Gearon. And then there's this anime dragon I got hanging around too. I got to paint. It would have been like we would have wrapped around when we were leaving, and I would have picked them up. I would have bought because you can also if you buy them, because we were staying at the hotel at Universal, you can have them send it to your room. So that's probably what I would have ended up doing, but I was just like, and then it's also like, where do I put them? Big things are like I don't really have the commodity for anything large. Like Venom has the nice thing of he's going to fit right behind all the other Spider-Man and be fine. I have one shelf of Spider-Man. That's all I'm allowing myself to have. And it has Into the Spider-Verse and the Venoms. But I really liked Into the Spider-Verse. And I liked Venom probably more than I probably should have. Here's the base. Oh god, I forgot she has real stockings. My hand just went over that and I was like, different textures? Makaba had the same thing going on. Pretty sweet. I think her face may be a little bit fat. No, sadly. I hopped around it because I like the 90s cartoon, but it's one of those, there's some things I don't collect because of just the rabbit hole it starts. And I've already got too many rabbit holes as it is. Because like Batman the Animated Series, one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Problem is, way too many things. Turtles, I find okay because Turtles I can stick with particular things and I don't feel like I'm missing things. So like I have movie Turtle stuff, don't feel like I'm missing anything. And that's what I collect primarily. Like live action stuff. While like if we got into like Batman the Animated Series, then it's like you need like And then you start getting like all the other characters, and then it was like, do I just collect the old stuff? Do I get new stuff? See, on the animated series, and then it would bug me that like certain characters they never made. It's even like Into the Spider-Verse. I'm kind of bugs me that there isn't certain characters. But I'm sort of okay with just having like the core cast and then kind of whatever they decide to give. I tried to stick the bunny ear in that year, and that did not go out the way I was hoping. It should be the right year. These things are like prize figures, so they're not like the most concise. Yeah, now it's like you can collect them in Farland versions. I think DC drew. Somebody else is making them that looked kind of cool too. Mondo. Oh God, don't get me started on the Mondo X-Men. I almost like I want that Rogue. Like Mondo's doing a Rogue, and it's like the best looking Rogue figure I've ever seen. And I always had like a huge thing for Rogue growing up. And it's like, I want it, but then again, starts a rabbit hole. Because I'm like, well, if I have Rogue, it's kind of weird not having Wolverine, and then I gotta get everybody else. So I'm just trying to be good, just be like, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's like even like a lot of anime stuff. Like I try to stick with companies or a particular style. So like I buy like Figma figure arts. I don't really have a problem buying anything statue wise. Pop-up parades are fine nowadays. Particular characters. I kind of like the bunny girl ones. It's my thing. So that looks a good choice too. Whew, there we go. Got that in. So like for Chainsaw Man, like I've just been buying the figure arts, but then they for you added these ones to their buy cuties, and I was like, okay, well I got bunny girl statues already, so kind of it works with the thing. I don't mind grabbing them. Like I said, more or less, like nowadays I kind of have to have like talk myself into things instead of just like trying to snap by everything, because my pre-order list is already too long. Oh, there we go. She's in. I like the pose. Seems very Power-esque. I like the little snarky expression on her. All right, I think we're gonna call it good. I was hoping to open up the pop-up parades. Don't think it's gonna happen this one. I will probably be posting some pictures on Instagram later tonight with Otachi. They are really good. Like if you're collecting monster arts, you might, for the most part, like you're already kind of in the rabbit hole. You're probably better off just sticking with monster arts. Because at this point, it's not really worth trying to sell them all to convert to Haya, but you don't really need both of them either. But if you're like don't really have much legendary, like Haya for me is like easily the best way to go. Yeah, like picking and choosing is a little hard for me. Because like I said, I feel like if I get into something, I kind of need at least the core cast. And then I can kind of be a little more choosy afterwards. But I at least need the core cast. Like even like Evangelion, like the one weird thing is I don't think I have a single Shinji figure of everything I got. Like I have a figure of his dad. I don't even have a figure of him. I'll be honest, I haven't even watched the Netflix anime yet. I've been meaning to. I just got too many other things to watch because I watch a lot of anime and wrestling. So that usually eats up a lot of my spare time when I just like sit and want to watch something. Yeah, the SH Biollante is a really good one. And that's one of those figures like it's always going to kind of go up in price over time. You got that issue with those as well. Because usually like the Heisei stuff always kind of creeps up eventually. But anyways, we're going to call it good for this stream. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a Ranger today. Also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys like you with the day, which I know donate, really would appreciate it. If you guys like to pick up any of these collectibles for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel. Get yourself some sweet figures. Especially if you're buying bulk. Entertainment Earth's the way to go. But like I mentioned, I got this off Big Bad Toy Store. The Entertainment Earth didn't have this one, sadly. I think 5K Toys also had it on their site. I've ordered from them before. They work really good. All their down payment's really nice too, unless it's coming in. Then you got to pay full price, or you just pay like $5-10. It's like some portion of the price, which works really well too. Not a sponsor, but just another cool channel. If you'd like to get some high-end Godzillas for yourself, the link in the description for CalcusToys.com. And you can save 6% off your order. Code Steve Calcus at checkout. They just got the Ghidorah in, the new one with the beam effects. What the Energized Godzilla is currently up for pre-order. 2014's up for pre-order. Trying to think of the other ones. The Heisei ones are all available for pre-order right now. And again, you can save your 6% off your order with code Steve Calcus at checkout. I'll just show you guys Pacific Rim figures, but they're all upstairs. Pretty much all my kaiju stuff's all in one room upstairs. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.